Hey you guys, what's up? It is Blind Eye, and I'm here to give you all my thoughts on Twisted Metal Season 2, Episode 9. And right off the bat, right where we left off, we open up the episode with the wishing well yet again. And Calypso shows up, kind of startles him, which is funny. And now John is like, hey, I made a mistake. It was a knee-jerk reaction, heat of the moment. I wished for my sister to come back, and I want to take it back. I don't want it anymore. I want to take my wish back. Calypso's like, drink from the well. So they do, and then you think something's going to happen, and then he's like, oh, there you go. It's done. I don't think so. Something's up with him. I think he's bullshitting because while he was in there hanging out with them, he was kind of like the angel and devil thing on their shoulder kind of vibe I got from this scene where he's talking to both of them. Something's up with him because then they leave after he's like, everything's all good, you're good, don't worry about it, everything's all set, you're fine, you're good. We get a nice little moment with him, just us, the audience, and him. He's standing in front of the well. He's laughing, doing his thing, and then he says, nothing like a calm before a storm. He laughs. After he laughs, he glances at the camera for like a second, and he's dead serious. He looks straight at the camera, full on fourth wall breaking look and stuff right here. And I was like, oh shit, let's go. And then the Twisted Metal logo comes out of the water, which was cool. So basically, this episode is a prom episode. It's another kind of filler episode, but it's not because you get a lot of character stuff happening, which is cool. So you may not get car combat, but you get character development, and that's what you need in a show like this. It can't all be car combat, which I get. I get people want the car combat. I want it too. I know. But we need to develop the characters and get their arcs going and fleshed out and come to a close, which some do. And so let's go. I'm going to be jumbling all around and just talking a bunch of different stuff, so I apologize if it ain't in order. That's just how I roll, baby. So going off the top of my head, everybody is wearing like all these like nice suits and fancy dresses, looking all Zappa and distinguished and whatnot. So they all go inside this room. And it's a full-on, like, the forest kind of setting, kind of whatever. But there's, like, a tree there or whatever. And Calypso, he starts talking about, the promenade, which I had no idea that promenade was the full word for prom. I didn't know prom was short for something. So a lot of people are saying that. So we all learned something new this week. We all learned something new today. And so Calypso starts talking about Roanoke. I'm like, oh no. And apparently there's a whole like Roanoke Island. There's like a whole thing. And like when I think Roanoke, I got to think of Horror Nights because they had a house a few years ago called Roanoke Cannibal Colony. So that's what I automatically think of. But Calypso, he's telling everybody about like the Roanoke thing, but he slips. He says we, but he quickly redacts and says they, so it's like, oh, there's something going on, because there was a clip that Peacock released. It was a like long form vertical video of Calypso, and there's clips in there that we have not seen yet, and I'm trying to piece it together. Oh my god, there's one of the clips where we haven't seen. He's standing up on like a stage or like a theater, like a drive-in movie theater looking screen is behind him. He's got his arms out, and there's like this balloon with a box floating down toward him. And then there's another shot where he looks to be covered in blood or whatever. And I think that's what that is. Like, what happened? He was obviously there. Did he do something? Did he wipe that whole colony out that he was a part of? There's so many there's so many possibilities that could happen. Oh my god. There's also another shot that I saw where he looked like to be a flashback. He looked younger. His hair was either slicked back or it was short. I don't know. There's something coming with Calypso, and I cannot wait to see what happens. We got 3 episodes to go next week, the final 3 of the season. I cannot wait, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Calypso then marks his hand, puts it on the tree, and everybody else has to come up and do the same. Axel comes up, and then Calypso looks at him. He's like, I think we're just going to skip you, because he doesn't have any real hands, unless you were like to maybe like slice his arm a little bit. And then I don't know, but they didn't do it. They completely skipped him. Stu comes up, and then Stu, he reaches out his hand like 2 or 3 times, and he keeps pulling it away because he's afraid to get the cut on his hand. And Calypso he's just fed up, and he just grabs him and yanks his hand and just slices his hand, and then he puts it against the tree. And Stu's like, oh man, I got a splinter. And so, they all come up, do their thing. Calypso takes a leaf, puts it on his hand, a wound is gone, everybody's wound is gone. And Stu goes, oh man, my splinter's still there. That was pretty funny. And so basically the rest of it is just the big party. It's a Calypso. He just like, all right, let's party. And, everyone starts dancing, doing their thing. Raven goes over and spikes the damn punch bowl. Of course she would, and she's drinking. I love this. This felt like total, like Patty Guggenheim was totally channeling some Madison from She-Hulk in the MCU type stuff here. Totally. I mean, it's not like Madison from the show, but I kind of got vibes, because maybe she's just drinking. I don't know, but I was like, I could sense a little bit of Madison maybe in there, a little bit somewhere. So the party's getting going, and I love this. This was great. We got a nice, awesome cameo in here. The DJ running the music is none other than Club Kid from Twisted Metal 3. A nice callback in reference to that character, which was cool. He's DJing it up. He's rocking. He's got the outfit on. He's got like the DJ sign. It says Club Kid on it, and he's doing his thing. He doesn't have any lines. I thought he'd have like a line or two, but no. He doesn't. He's just rocking, doing his thing, which was awesome. And then you got Axel. He's doing his thing. And it's revealed in his backstory that Mayhem is the baby. He finds out by, like, this was kind of like, I mean, I get like shows or whatever, movies do this sometimes, but I mean, hey, it works. So she wants to go in this photo booth with John and Quiet. She's never like seen a picture of herself. And so, Quiet's like, hey, go on, put your hair up if you want. And so she's like, okay. Axel's walking up, and he sees like the hair tie when she had when back in that flashback from the other episode. So she's like putting her hair up, and he notices it. And then now he's conflicted, like, he's kind of like, he doesn't know what to do at the moment. So they all go and do their photo booth fun. Mike, Stu, and Dave are all hanging out. Oh man, I don't know which one I want to do, how I want to do this first. I guess we'll just go into that. So, last episode, last review for episode 8, I talked about how the blood splatter got on Dave, and he kind of got a little taste. I knew that was going to do something, but Stu just went and set that up in the whole motion, because he tries to make a joke out of it, which I get. But he's like, hey, I got some chicken fingers, but Dave, I mean, I'm sorry, these aren't like, human fingers, but that's okay, or what? Like he makes a joke like that, which pisses off Dave. You would think Dave would kind of be cool about it, but no, he storms off. And then Steve's like, oh, let me go get him. This was my fault. I want to go make this right. Mike's like, yeah, he'll respect you if you do. So he's like, okay, I'll go do it. So he goes to find Dave, and I fucking knew it, man. I knew something was up with this dude. I knew it. He goes into the bathroom. He's eating a full-on corpse of one of the Apocalypse 9 guys. I knew it. I knew some bullshit was going to go down, and he's like, oh, now the mask is off, and now you're the main course. I'm going to boil your skin alive and make some beef stew. And so they're fighting, and Dave, he's like, I'm going to like he basically he was going to eat his feet. He was going to eat his toes, bite his toes off. And so Stu, he bites him back. He bites him. He bites him in the ass. He's like, it tastes like, he's like, how did I taste? He's like, it tastes like ass. It's pretty funny. And now this goes back to a few episodes ago, like last week when they were all making their wishes. Dave said, oh, I don't need a wish. You know, I'm off the hook on this. Or whatever he says, something about a hook, right? So Dave goes to make his move and attack Stu. He jumps up and he's like slow motion and all this, and Stu just like kind of steps out of the way, and Dave lands his, of course, in the freaking eye. Anything with eyes, just no, thank you. But he lands on the damn hook that's on the wall, right in the eye, and he dies. So it's like, okay, something's up with everyone says all these wishes and now they're dying in this particular way. This is crazy. So then Stu, instead of going out there and telling Mike or anybody what actually happened, Stu has to go and make shit worse for himself. Man, come on, Stu, what are you doing? He made it and staged it and made it look like Dave did the deed to himself. And he's like trying to write this note. Come on, man. And so he goes back out there and Mike's like, oh, what took you so long? He's like, oh, no, everything's all right, whatever. And now they're kind of bonding again. And I guess Mike brings out a hacky sack. There was an S on it, which I didn't see until I was watching reviews and reactions and all that stuff. But they start, they're starting to get their bond back, their brother bond back. They're rocking. And then we go, let's see. And then we go to Mr. Grimm. He's chilling on the benches, on the bleachers. And then Vermin shows up. And now they got a thing going. Mr. Grimm switching voices, doing his thing. And now you got a little fling thing going on with Grimm and Vermin. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, this is a bit weird, like Mr. Grimm and Vermin. But I can also dig it. Because it's twisted metal. It's wacky. It's weird. It's crazy. It's like character development and character death, baby. Let's go. So this whole time, Sweet Tooth is just like he wants to be the center of attention. He's dancing. He's doing his thing. He's like, when everything starts, he's like, everybody, come on, make a dance circle around me. And he's like doing the sprinkler dance. He's doing all these. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so good. And then we get to more sweet. Okay. So after that, throughout the whole night, Sweet Tooth is dancing, doing his thing, and no one's paying any attention to him. And then Grimm starts dancing later on, and him and Vermin are dancing together and doing their thing, and then Grimm is rocking it. Everybody's dancing, having a good time. Sweet Tooth is at the snack bar. No, he even makes a joke oh, now everyone starts dancing? Come on, what the hell? And John or Anthony Mackie, he's like, Grimm, 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 cheering him on. Everyone's starting to chant, Grimm, Grimm. He's dancing, showing off his moves, and Sweet Tooth's getting pissed. He's getting pissed. He's like, that was supposed to be my dance circle. And so after a while, Mr. Grimm and Vermin are behind the bleachers having some alone time, if you know what I mean. And right as their climax is coming to its conclusion, Sweet Tooth has to show up and be like, oh, Grimm, you won the bet. And then she's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What bet? I was just a bet. And then she storms off and she's pissed, right? And then, because Sweet Tooth too, he did that shit on purpose because he stole his dance circle away. He stole his spotlight away. He stole his thunder away. And so now he's just getting back at Grimm. And Grimm's about to get him back again. These two are just always sniping at each other, and I love it. So later on in the episode, Sweet Tooth, he's kind of chilling. Everything's kind of slowing down. We got the slow music going on. John and Quiet are dancing. Axel's kind of wondering what he's going to do about Mayhem. He's going to tell her and whatnot. Vermin and Grimm are kind of, they're splitting away now, whatever. And, at first, when John and Quiet start dancing, she's like, John, I want to tell you that and then he cuts her off. He's like, you don't need to say it. And I'm like, okay, one, you could think she's going to say I love you, but I immediately thought, do not say that she is pregnant right now. That would be insane. I wouldn't be surprised. But that was my immediate first thought. I was like, she's going to say she's pregnant. That would be crazy. Oh my God, that would be insane. But maybe she was going to say I love you, but who knows, that was cut off. So yeah, we cut back to Sweet Tooth. And he's chilling by himself, or well, with Harold. And we see his point of view. Everybody is literally a brown paper bag except for Harold. I did not notice what this was until the end credits. So everybody's a paper bag except for Harold, who is a real person in Sweet Tooth's mind. It's a legit person. He's like, oh, I love you, Sweet Tooth. And I didn't know who this actor was until the end credits. It's Devon Sawa. If you don't know who that is, he was Casper from back in the day. He was in the OG, the first original Final Destination, and he's been in all the Chucky TV series seasons. Plays a different character every season. It's awesome. So that was really cool to find out who that was. So everyone's, kind of chilling, having a great time doing their thing. And then it starts. At first, so Grim walks in, because Sweet Tooth's like, wait, where's Harold at? And then Grim walks in, holding Harold, and he just lights him on fire to one-up Sweet Tooth, because these two are constantly one-upping each other. And so Sweet Tooth's starting to go, like, he's starting to get pissed, but then he passes out. And then Grim passes out, and it's like, oh, I thought there was just a hallucination he was seeing. Oh, no, Grim just burned Harold up. Now that's going to piss him off. And everyone just starts dropping. And then I'm like, okay, you're going to end it right there. No, we get like another minute. And everybody wakes up in their cars. You think that John and Quiet are in the same car, but then it cuts again. And they are in their own cars. And we get the after party. It's not the final round yet. That's coming because, like I said, we still have this. There's so much shit we haven't seen yet because there's another clip where Calypso's like, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I wonder if that scene right there is Minion. Oh man, I could talk about Twisted Metal for hours about predictions and possibilities and all this awesome stuff. So yeah, that's where it ends. Or it's the after party, and it's all the lightning towers from the games from Twisted Metal 2 with the lightning little tower things you can activate as a attack, and it's also like a Watkins storm at the same time. So, oh man, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great because now John and Quiet are separated, and Calypso says, I hope you all had fun, but now I forget the actual wording he says, but basically everyone, kind of connected and got to know each other, but now it's time to, it's time to break your bonds or whatever he says. And that's where the episode ends. Oh man, I can't believe it's only 1 week left, but man, we get 3 episodes for the finale next week. It's going to be absolutely insane, and I cannot wait to see what goes down because there's so many different ways this can go down. There's another clip where Mayhem looks to be inside Calypso's office holding a gun. Like, who knows what's going to go down? Like, oh man, I'm so excited to see how this is all going to end. It's going to be amazing. So there you go. I'm blabbing. There's my thoughts on Twisted Metal Season 2, Episode 9. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, all that typical YouTube shit that everybody says. Check out the channel. I'm a filmmaker, one-man show type shit. Blind filmmaker as well, one-man show, blind filmmaker, all that good stuff. I make my own original films such as Lunatic 2, upcoming Lunatic 3, Narrator Anthology Series, Episode 1, The Closet Creatures, Episode 2, The Abductors, upcoming Episode 3, maybe. Fan films, the director from Halloween Horror Nights, H.R. Blood and Guts from Halloween Horror Nights, Jonathan Crane / Scarecrow from DC Comics, and everything I do, all my fan films, original films, all the stuff I do, I make my own music for it on my iPad Pro, GarageBand, BandLab, so I don't got to worry about YouTube copyright crap, music-wise. And video game content. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted Full-Time Edition review on PlayStation VR 2. Let's plays, first impressions, highlight compilations, all that good stuff. There's bound to be something you like. I've got skits, short form content skits. There's only one of them, at least right now. I Acted Alone. It's me delving into some comedy instead of horror, because horror is my jam. But I'm branching out a little bit different genres from time to time. I'm blabbing. Check out the channel. Follow me over on Instagram, Threads, Twitter X, Blue Sky, TikTok, Twitch, and of course here, YouTube. Everything is Real Blind Eye, ReelBlindEye. I'm blabbing. That's it. And I'll see you all for whatever comes next.